cover some of the basics before you put your feet on the device. So the Terra P90 comes with a remote. This is what you use to adjust the levels from 1 through 10. We highly recommend that you use the remote to adjust your intensity levels. You can adjust it on the device, but we do warn you not to use your toes to adjust the levels while your feet is connected to the device. So before you jump on the Terra P90, make sure you drink a glass of water. You want to drink a glass of water before and after your session. So let's just get started. So you want to make sure to remove your shoes and your socks before you jump on your Terra P90. The goal is to work yourself up to about 2 sessions a day, but in the beginning, go low and slow and start with 1 session. So you have your remote plugged in and your device here. So I'm going to just walk you through how you would do it if you were brand new to the Terra P90. So you place both feet on the device and the green in-use light will turn on once both feet are connected. And you're gonna see a 30-minute time marker on here. Your session maxes out at 30 minutes, but you don't have to go the whole 30 minutes. And your intensity level shows on the right side. So it's on level 1. And I can use my remote to go up in levels if I would like to. In your first couple of weeks using the Terra P90, you're gonna do the lower levels. So start on level 1, you can do it for 10, 15 minutes, whatever you feel is best for you. We just recommend going low and slow because with these frequencies going in your body, you will experience detox, you might feel uncomfortable, so don't feel bad if you have to just do level 1 for 10 minutes for the first week. So you place your feet on the device and adjust your levels accordingly. You can use your fingers to adjust that way, but if you have the remote, I just recommend using this as much as possible. Some people don't realize that this is in their box, so just make sure you have it. Just keep it plugged in at all times. So once you have your levels adjusted, you sit back and you relax. You want to make sure that you're not playing on any device, you're not wearing headphones, you're just in a place where you can relax and have your frequency therapy session. So also while you're on the device, you want to just make sure that you are relaxed, your knees aren't touching and your hands are just to the side. Because if you visualize what's going on with this device in your body, the frequencies are going through the soles of your feet, up through your body, and to your hands, and it's going to circulate back down. And so you're going to feel warming sensation within your body. Usually for me, it's between my ankles and my knees. Is the higher that I go in my intensity levels, the warmer that I feel. And that's a really good sign. But you don't want this to be an uncomfortable session for you. So if you need to stay on lower levels and feel a little bit of warmth, you can. Also, you want to make sure that you've removed all jewelry before starting your session. And if you have any medical devices implanted within your body, we do recommend that you don't use the Terra P90, pacemakers, and anything like that. But for the most part, this is a really good device for all people. Some groups that we do say should not use it. Again, those with devices implanted within their body, if you are pregnant, and children or those who cannot verbalize what they're feeling and experiencing in their body. So if you have a child, we recommend not letting the child use it unless you are there with them and they're able to tell you, hey mama, I feel, I don't feel very comfortable, I feel too warm, and then you can advise them, you don't have to be on it, you can just step off. I have 4 children and I love using the Terra P90 with them. My youngest is 4, 5 now. I would place him on my lap and we would just sit here and we would relax, and he would get the frequencies through the touch of me and being on my lap, and it's also a really great bonding time. But my older children can use this as well. They don't go past level 1, but this is a really great device to use with your whole family. And so you just sit here for about 30 minutes. You can go less if you would like, and yeah, so in the beginning you're gonna do the lower levels like I recommended, and start out with 1 session a day, work yourself up to 2 sessions a day. In the morning, you want to use probably some higher numbers than you would before night. And the reason with the higher levels of the intensity for the P90s, it's going to give you energy. And so if you do a higher level right before bedtime, you might have a hard time falling asleep. So I do levels 5 and 6 in the morning, and then before bed I stay between levels 3 and 4 for me personally. And so this is going to be different for everyone. So just document, you know, how you feel, what levels you're enjoying, and play around with that. Document what you are experiencing. When you're new to using a therapy like this, I think that it's such a great idea to jot down what you feel within your body before starting the session. What are some things that you hope to find relief in? What are some things that you have researched that these frequencies are good for? And kind of jot down where you were before you started your Therapy 90, and then keep note along the way, because sometimes you forget where you started. And I was even just talking to somebody about that today. We forget sometimes where we started before we started implementing the therapy into our life. So take note, jot it down. This is a good therapy to implement with other regimens that you may currently be doing. This is addressing the cellular charge within our body. But if you have a really good nutrition regimen, this is only going to enhance that. If you're taking supplements, this is going to help you absorb the supplements even better. So this is a really great device to incorporate within your healing regimen. So just sit here and let the time run. So it's on level 3 for me right now on minute 25, so it's counting down. And you know, this is for me, I've been using this since September. It's a pretty low number. Sometimes I like to play around with my numbers, start high, and then toward the end of my 30 minutes go to the lower ones. But I've been using this for a while, and I know kind of how I feel and how I respond to it. But in the beginning, like I said, start low and go slow. Don't push yourself, because you don't want to have an uncomfortable detox situation with the Therapy 90, because this does facilitate detoxing within the body, which we want, but we want this to be a good experience. So going low and slow, I can't repeat that enough, is we really want everyone to have a pleasant journey with their detox. So you just sit here and you relax, trying to stay off of your devices as much as possible. Maybe put a show on. I like to, on my phone, I won't do it right now because it's recording, but I like to pull up an app called Frequency Healing, and I'd like to play specific frequencies that address what I'm trying to heal within my body. So it's an app you can go to the App Store and download, and so I would play it over here and listen to it while I'm on here. It's a really relaxing session for me usually. I call this my mama spot time. And so that is, you know, the Therapy 90, it's very simple to use, but you can overdo it. You can hurt yourself if you're not careful. It seems very unintimidating, but it is a medical device. And so we want to be careful with it. We want to make sure when we're done with our session to always unplug it and switch it off, especially if you have little ones crawling around. You don't want to have this plugged in and turned on, because if they get their fingers on the plate, they could get shocked. There could be electrical shock. So keep your feet centered on the plates here, and don't use your toes to adjust the levels. The reason for that is that you could short circuit the readout of the time and the numbers on the device. So just use it appropriately, be cautious with it, and yeah, with this being a part of your healing regimen, I encourage you to look into other ways to enhance your healing. So make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you are, you know, our thoughts are actually very powerful. When you study frequency, and everything has a frequency, our thoughts do as well. And so you could use this time to pray, to meditate, whatever fits in your belief system, and incorporate other healing modalities within your session and in your lifestyle. So this is how to get started with the Therapy 90. It's very simple. Just be sure to use it appropriately, and if you have any questions, you can reach out. You can reach out to me. You can join our Facebook group. We have tons of education in there. We want this to be a really good healing journey for all of you. We want it to be pleasant, and we would love to hear your stories and your testimonies as you're using it and you're finding relief in your life. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Yeah.